Hey guys, right now I'm using my laptop to record because I don't have to hold it in my hand or like hold it against the seat or like worry about it falling or anything weird like that.
But you just lost a shit ton of really good footage that we talked about.
And I'm just chilling out with Hannah.
Kind of angry. Well, I'm not really angry, but like, I have some good points, bro.
Ooh.
Anyway, we were talking about like, how, like, my taste in movies, and I like things that like I wouldn't have thought of, or like other people I don't think would have thought of. But like, I appreciated Birdman because it was something that I wouldn't have thought of, like all the cinematography with like the single shot camera, but like, and I appreciated Inside Out because it was something that I would have like, I would have never really thought of making a kids movie where like people are inside your head. Like I would have thought maybe like a teen movie, but they presented it in a way that it was like, it was good for kids to watch. It was such a depressing thing though, but like that happens a lot with kids movies. They're really depressing themes, but they're presented in a way that's like kid friendly.
I feel like Birdman is really good because I like the cinematography, but let's take that out. Let's imagine that Birdman wasn't all in one shot.
Yeah.
Then I'd still be like, I like how meta it is. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, let's take the meta part out. Let's be like, screw it. It doesn't even have the meta thing.
It's a good story.
Yeah, even then it's like this guy who doesn't know if, like, not that he doesn't know, but the audience doesn't know whether or not, like, he really is Birdman.
Yeah.
Or, like,
well,
yeah.
that and, like, it never occurred to me that, like, or I think most people, that, you know, like, let's say if, like Daniel Radcliffe, he hasn't done a whole lot of, like, really notable things since he was Harry Potter, and people are only going to remember him as Harry Potter. That must really suck, but, like, none of us, like, we've all thought about it, like, he ain't going anywhere. But somebody decided to make a movie about people that people say he ain't going anywhere after that really amazing experience.
Do you get, like, how additionally meta that is?
Yeah.
Because it's Michael Keaton who played Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's playing, like, Birdman.
But Michael Keaton did go somewhere.
What was the latest Michael Keaton movie that's not Birdman?
Let me check.
When you gotta Google it. Inside Out, to me, was, like, really a shitty movie.
What?
No, like, Inside Out, I feel like lied to me. I got really hyped for it. I looked at a bunch of trailers. I watched a video that was like 107 facts about Inside Out. Like, I was walking into Inside Out with, like, pretty good expectations for what it was going to be. But the thing about Inside Out is that the movie is very entirely just, like, okay. It has a plot that doesn't necessarily make sense. Within its own universe, it doesn't make sense. And then it milks you with emotions. It tries to make you feel really bad with the Bing Bong thing, and that's what, like, will sell you. Because I remember being in the theaters being like, this movie ain't really shit. And then Bing Bong happened, and it was like, oh, I'm sad.
Yeah.
This movie evoked emotion. And then the moral of the story was really good, but, like, the story itself isn't shit. I thought it would be a correlating, like, in her mind versus what's actually happening story, and that both would be equally deep, but what you find are two shallow stories that move side by side, that has a good moral and, like, grabs you emotionally.
I don't know that they're really shallow. Like, how are they shallow stories?
Okay, the shallow story is where, like, the girl loses interest in a bunch of stuff after she's moved to this new city, and then she tries to run away, and then she has second thoughts, and then she goes back home. Then the emotion story is sadness touches the orb, and then all the orbs are ruined, and then the orbs get sent into, like, these other islands, and then they gotta go get the orbs, and they pass by some niggas, and their only job is that they send orbs back up to the station, and they have all the orbs with them, and all they gotta do is put the orbs in the tube, they be back at the station, and the niggas don't do it, and they go on this big-ass adventure for no reason, and Bing Bong dies unnecessarily, and then they learn the moral of the story, and then they can make it back.
They have a reason that they don't put them back up the tube, because they have to fix it before they go back up, because they can't associate those sad memories with those memories of sadness.
Well, I mean, when they go back up to the station, they don't like hit the shelf. They go on the viewer. So
Yeah.
then they could just like
But
grab them out the viewer and
core.
they'd be up
They
there.
were core memories.
Yeah.
You can't just put those back in the.
Why not?
Because they showed it at the end of. I could see how like the exterior story would be like shallow, but at the same time they had to make it more relatable, because like a lot of kids go through that shit. Like, you can ask Hannah, like she moved around a lot, and I mean and I know a lot of kids that moved around a lot throughout their entire life, and it's not really a good thing to go through, and it sucks whenever you kind of have to pick up your life and change it whenever you were completely happy with it. But I agree, they probably could have done a little bit more with it, but I thought it was still something that probably needed to be said. Especially when kids' parents are getting divorced a lot now and they have to like really change their life.
In the original version, they were gonna have Joy be kind of like a Bing Bong kind of thing, where like the girl could talk to Joy and they could like work out problems and stuff like that. And I feel like they could have had a way deeper movie if instead of having this bullshit, the core memories got contaminated and we got to go on this adventure.
I don't know.
She could have actually felt emotional changes and seen like the characters react, and then the characters reacting back and forth across like the mind and the normal world.
I don't know if I would have liked that, because like it's based off like an actual psychological theory, and I appreciate the fact that it is. So like I don't talk to my inner Joy, and like I don't, like when I work things out in my brain, it's not like I'm working it out with my emotion. Like I'd like to think that I work it out logically a lot of the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, I see where you're coming from. You're like, you don't personally do that when you work through stuff.
And I don't feel like I've never thought of people, or I've never heard of people being like, yeah, I sat down and I like listened to my emotions a whole lot, and then my emotions decided something, or like helped me decide something. Because like I feel like people who let their emotions decide everything become weaker people. Because like my emotion when somebody insults me is to scream at them, but like you can't do that all the time. My like logic tells me no, they're not worth it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I see where you're coming from.
I feel like that leads to like making rash decisions.
The whole moral of the story was that like sadness is okay, and sometimes you need sadness to push forward. So it kind of works with like what they're trying to say, to have her work with her emotions. And maybe she tries to like avoid to listen to like the sadness, but in the end she learns that like that's what she needs to do.
Because you do kind of do that when you're a kid. Like you make all your decisions based on how you feel. Because that's why kids hit each other. Like they don't think that, this isn't the best way to go about it. They think, oh, you hurt me.
Oh, we're at like 8 minutes. Stay tuned for
more content.
Welcome back.
Side stuff for a while.
She's talking about what Michael Keaton's been up to.
Yeah, he did. He was the Ken doll in Toy Story 3, who actually had a bigger role than I expected him to have. And he was in Cars as a side character, but he was also in RoboCop. And I haven't seen RoboCop, so I don't know like who he played or like what kind of role he had. Was that even a decent movie?
I haven't seen RoboCop, but I have a feeling you probably played RoboCop. Like, are
you sure?
I mean, it'll say who he played, like.
Well, but it's like a person's name, so it makes me think that like he was.
Not RoboCop.
Well, no, I feel like it would have said RoboCop. Plus, Michael Keaton's probably a little old to play RoboCop, don't you think?
Oh, that's right. We are looking at Michael Keaton.
He was the third build.
I was still thinking about the guy, because we just watched The Simpsons.
I forgot.
I was thinking about Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, Bruce Willis is old too.
They're making a Die Hard prequel.
You kidding me?
It's a stupid idea.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But he was the third build, and he was Raymond something. But I mean, I feel like, you know, if you're the third build, you get a pretty influential role. But Gary Oldman was apparently his second build, and I really like Gary Oldman. Do you know Gary Oldman?
Was he in the Andy Griffin Show?
I don't know.
Um,
He was,
was he in Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
I don't know. He was.
Was he in the Batman movies?
Yes.
Okay, he was Commissioner Gordon, right?
Yes, and he was also Sirius Black in the Harry Potter movies.
It's weird to see that as the same person.
I know, right? Yeah.
But I think
But he
we're
is
on
the same person.
I think we're on the same page then.
Yeah, Gary Oldman is really cool. He did a lot of really cool stuff. Oh, and he was also apparently in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Apparently a lot of, like, actors do a lot of really, do a lot of video game voices. Which I didn't really think about until now, but, I guess that really would be a thing that, you know, would happen a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Jackie Brown. I forgot about that. That was a good movie. He does a lot of these, like, artsy movies, but then he does these really, like, fan-pleasing movies.
You want to make a collaborative story?
How would we do that?
Okay. So, would you rather be the protagonist or the antagonist?
Antagonist.
Okay. So, essentially, I, as the protagonist, I would get, like, not necessarily one power, but let's say, like, it's modern day, but we're gonna go by, like, Greek logic. So, you can be, like, the god of blank, and then I'll be, like, the demigod of blank. And then I get powers based on whatever the blank is, and you get powers based on whatever the blank is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're stuck in whatever place we put gods in for this story, and you can't just come down and, like, try and kill me. But your objective is you want me dead. Also, you can play as all other characters in the story as well.
Okay.
And then I'm just the protagonist. And then I'm just trying to, like, live my life and not die. And that's how it works, essentially.
So, like Percy Jackson?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Walmart and look for some toaster strudel.
Well, I'm gonna be the god of toaster strudel. And I'm gonna hide all of the toaster strudel from you. You're never gonna find any.
I go up to a Walmart service guy and I tap him on the shoulder.
He turns into the Pillsbury Doughboy and says, "Fuck you," and slaps you in the face, and you smell like vanilla for a month.
I smell like vanilla for a month. I go up to some ladies and I'm like, guess who smells like vanilla?
The Pillsbury Doughboy comes up because he followed you around and he's like, "Quit talking to my bitches," and punches you. And then as he beats you up, he makes that noise that he makes in all the commercials.
I imagine the Pillsbury Doughboy is just like made out of like soft dough. So Pillsbury Doughboy like beating you up is more like like you can't really do anything to you. So I'd just be like, isn't he cute? Isn't like the cutest nigga? I could just eat him. Matter of fact, this nigga's some dough. You know, I want some toast. Keep following me. I'm gonna go to the jam section. I got an idea, nigga. I got some icing. This will be alright.
When you're in the jam section, he takes a jar of jam and like breaks it and gets a shard of glass. And since he doesn't have any skin, he doesn't like get cut, and he starts like stabbing you with the glass. Like, "Fight me now, bitch."
Fight me now, bitch, he says. His arm is like now covered in jam or whatever because he like broke the glass. And I'm like, this plan's already kind of rolling into motion. He's stabbing me with glass, and I'm like, man, I'm the god of healing wounds. So I'm alright. so I walk down the aisle, and I'm like, you know, I gotta find out where the icing's at. So I found another store representative, and I tap him on the shoulder.
the store representative becomes possessed by the Pillsbury Doughboy because he because he had some toaster strudel for breakfast that morning.
Oh.
And
I pickpocket him. What do I find?
you find a hand grenade.
What?
That the pin is now out of and is about to blow up in like 3 seconds.
Okay. I throw it down the frozen food section.
You are knocked back onto your ass from the shock of the explosion, and you're like, the fuck? And Pillsbury Doughboy, who has now been slightly cooked, comes out, and he's a little crispy on his arm. So now when he starts to beat you, it hurts a little bit. And so
nigga, it hurts a little bit. You better be eating wings till I get that icing, nigga. It'll be over.
I almost want to lose. I do want to lose, actually.
So, we're at like 7 minutes. Okay, stay tuned for.
Work on it.
Okay, so you cooked him for me with like the jelly arm. Okay, so now while he's trying to punch me, I'm like, dude, chill, I'll eat you. I'm like, give you like 2 minutes. I gotta go find the icing. So I go up to the cake aisle.
It's still in the damn store. Like, yo, the store just exploded. I'm gonna loot everything.
I go up to the cake aisle, and I search through like a pile of like cake batter and stuff, and I'm looking for the icing.
And you find the Duncan Hines really good icing, and Pillsbury Doughboy is like, that's right, you better buy me that good shit.
I'm like, I'm glad that you're very optimistic about your demise.
He's like, you know, I've been having a bad home life, you know, like my big brother's been like beating me, you know, he's the hamburger helper oven mitt. All he's got is a hand, and he like he fucking bitch slaps me all the time, and that hand's like,
what is
you fat ass.
Who the fuck is your parents?
Frosty the Snowman. What? And the fucking Midas hand, like on the car commercials.
There's no females in that. Just a Midas hand, just jack off. Fucking Frosty the Snowman carrot dick. And then out came a tiny dough chef and a sentient glove. Where's even the transmission of any genes? And that whole, alright, bro.
Fine, Frosty the Snow Woman.
So it fingers it?
Frostina yes.
The snow.
Frostina the Snow Frostina the Snow Woman.
Frosty Nut? Oh.
Frostina.
Okay.
Oh my.
So you came out of a woman named Frostina, but I still gotta get frosting for you. Alright, that shit makes sense. So.
But no, the point is that he's suicidal because his brother, the hamburger helper, Mitt, just bitch slaps him all the time and like, you know, complains that like he doesn't do shit, you know, and like, it's sad, bro.
Okay, crawling to just cut the icing, bro. Okay, now, what's fucking with me is not the fact that you're jumping in and out of the icing.
No.
But that suddenly, how big, either this is a big ass icing cup, or this nigga's been really tiny the whole story.
No, it's his fingers.
Oh, it's, what?
He's making
so
he's making the sex motion.
Oh, with his fingers.
Get it?
Oh.
Sex.
I
like,
mean,
ha ha ha, it's the last joke. I'm funny.
Rub it on your body, bruh. Like, I'm just gonna eat your arm? What is this? Like, really, like, get your hand in there and, like, spread the friggin' frosting. I'm about to eat you.
This is the most fucked up thing I've ever done in my life.
He's like, yo, you gonna eat my titties first. I'm in like a half-destroyed Walmart.
I thought, whoa, I'm gonna call Will. And I was like, wait, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Because Will needs to hear this.
He'll see you on the
Hannah
vlog.
needs to hear this too. It's fucked up.
I'm in a half-destroyed Walmart. The god of toaster strudel was gonna kill me. I think he gave up.
No, he sacrificed his long-lost grandson.
Grandson? There's more of you?
Oh, the god of toaster strudel.
Hold up.
His son and daughter had a kid.
This is
Came out
incest?
with- yes.
Frostina and the Midas glove ancestrally made the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Why do you think he's
and the
so
hamburger.
fucked up? Like, why do you think he's so retarded? Like, if you see...
He's like, oh, you got me that good shit.
No, and that's why he's got a fucked up laugh, and that's why the Midas hand is like, or that's why, the hamburger helper only is a hand with a face, because his genes are fucked up, man. And like, Pillsbury Doughboy, he walks around like a freaking idiot. Like, all he does is like, you want some toaster turtle?
Earlier he said shit like, get away from my bitches. Like me, I'm about to eat the retarded son of the Midas glove, female Frosty the Snowman, who was born from fucking the god of toaster strudel. Who did he fuck? Who did he fuck to have a snow woman in a glove? Like, I'm the god of toaster.
I mean, Poseidon gave birth to a centaur. Poseidon's like girlfriend gave birth to a centaur.
I imagine Poseidon is like talking shit to the god of toaster strudel, and the god of toaster strudel was like, "Nigga, your kid was half horse," and he's like, "Nigga, I think I fucked a horse. I think there was like reasoning behind it. The stuff made sense." Did you fuck some snow in a glove, my nigga? Was it the winter?
It was snow in a glove.
Snow in a glove.
So he put some snow in a glove and was like, I want to fuck it. And then he did. It was really hard for him to stay hard because, it was cold. And then, like, you know what happens when it gets cold? I
just imagine there's like a squid motion, like a squid swimming. So when it gets cold, your dick turns into a squid and just goes right back inside your body. And that reminded me of that one guy in psychology, when my psychology professor was like, many men have the irrational fear of their penis going back in their body. And my first thought was like, I've never thought that. And then this one black dude in my class was like, oh, hell nah. That's the Pillsbury Doughboy laugh. He's like maniacally laughing. I'm like eating his fingers and shit. I'm like, yo, this is creepy as fuck. I don't know what's creepier. You like adorably laughing as I eat your hand, or the fact that your dad fucked a glove full of snow. So the end is hard. And it's like the 7 sweet. Stay tuned for it.
I can't. I can't do it. Stop the video.
Stay tuned for.
Told you I can't.
You can do it. You got this.
More Doughboy.
It's working. It's working.
Wow.
Oh, welcome back. I don't know what they've missed for real. Right now I'm chilling out with
Me.
And you want to watch the Jonathan thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we watch it on your phone?
Oh.
Or like on your laptop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, my laptop's about to die.
Oh, no problem. I can try to open up another link on this laptop and hope that the camera feed doesn't like die.
Charger in a minute.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll be right back.
While you're gone, I'll keep the ladies and gents at home entertained. So yeah, soup is delicious on occasion. I mean, it's not like the best food in the world. If you eat it with a fork, Will judge you. He will think that you are heavily drunk. But Hannah, the other Hannah...
Is it even lunchtime, bro?
No, it's not even lunch yet, bro. This is the episode for November 14th, but technically it is the 15th that we actually started filming things for this episode. That's because most of today has been revising this philosophy paper and hanging out with my grandma and doing laundry and eating gumbo and eating ribs and eating cereal, which seems really black in retrospect. And then, not the cereal, just like my day. Almost seems like a soul food Sunday. Even though it was Saturday, and technically now it's Sunday, but this is Saturday's video, which you may not even see until Monday, based on how I've been releasing videos recently. Oh, Hannah. So, are you ready? She gave me the thumbs up, yes. She is ready. So she's about to plug up her laptop so that we can react to the Jonathan video from last night. If you haven't seen that, check that video out. Also, Dad is apparently still watching. He's still watching more of these. Alright. I thought he'd be done. He said that he watched the same one that we were watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was like, you guys say some crazy stuff. I mean, like, Darth Vader is your dick, bro? Like, someone told you to name your dick Darth Vader. And then he was like, so, you're making out with the girls on campus or something? And I'm like, no, I have a girlfriend. You know I have a girlfriend. And he's like, yeah, but those girls were talking about how, like, you swap spit with a lot of people. And they talked about, like, your kissing habits. Like, how do they know? And I'm like, they don't. And it's like, yeah, they do. They don't.
Oh, gosh, no, your dad thinks I shoved my tongue down your throat. That's gross. Not that... You know what I mean.
You just the movie thing. Niggas do that in movies all the time. It'll be something where it's like... Oh, great, everybody thinks we're fucking. I mean, not that it would be bad if we were fucking. Not saying that I want to fuck you, just saying that it may not be negative.
That happens to me all the time, though. Like, I was in FYE the other day, and they were like, what kind of problems can arise in college? And a guy raised his hand and was like, you could get pregnant. And then I was like, is that really a thing you'd have to deal with? Like, I meant, like, because a guy can't get pregnant, but he was like, what do you mean? I don't fuck anybody? Like, I don't get any pussy? I was like, no! I was like, but that kind of shit happens to me all the time, and I'm afraid, like, I inadvertently offend people all the fucking time. And I don't do it on purpose, but I was like, bro, you're gonna worry about you getting pregnant? Like, what? And he was like, what do you mean? I can't get any? I was like, no, this is not... I'm sure you're very attractive. I'm not attracted to you, but, like, I feel like you could be, and then so bad.
So, we need a character for that.
Me?
You mean my existence, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 13 part 2. Where the fuck is 13 part 1, by the way, in your list?
I don't know.
Did I publish 13 part 1?
Where is this?
Oh, this is it.
Oh, it is.
Drought everywhere. There's no food. A food drought? No water, no food. Okay. I'm coming under your ass. Everybody is not.
Oh, hey guys. While we're watching this, I'm gonna check to see if I posted part 1 of this video. So you guys stay tuned for...
More content.